It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, it's the 49ers' speedy running back. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the 49ers and the Cowboys. And it comes
it's the National Football League presented by EA Sports.
25.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You look at this Niner defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Garindo. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A a tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
3rd down and 10. Here's Purdy. Hard throw, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. It looks like the defense has got it. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They run. It's Williams. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage?
And this is going to be intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Micah Parsons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Pearsall. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Cowboys are going to take over and Here with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now 2nd and 9. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
They'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The 49ers offense and their running back getting set to go once more. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing here, Purdy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. 50 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. Currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible object and the immovable force. They're going head-to-head, #1 versus #1. I've talked about that running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play.
Jeez, you are fired up. Something's got to give. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. A solid stiff arm. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 8. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So here's a 3rd and 14. They'll drop to throw. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Second down in the yard. Play action. Now Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, it's Guerrero. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Simmons. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Simmons. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Short throw caught by Bowers. Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw, Purdy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. And this one is right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Purdy looking to throw.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving them a lot to think.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there.
That's his 18th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners have cut it back within a score. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Line at scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll set up a throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
That is caught, and he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Simmons. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Simmons.
And he is going to have a Niners first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
From from the 31. Here's second down and 3.
They'll try the left side. It's Simmons. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Purdy.
Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 24-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 17-14.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Jordan Davis.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. Purdy now to throw. Got a man. That's Ayuk.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll try the left side. It's Simmons.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw.
Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Purdy sets up to throw again.
And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here's Purdy.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brock Purdy in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start by heading out west. State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And it's the Rams who are out in front as those teams approach halftime. Puka Nacua, well over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Next, we'll head up to Las Vegas. Check in on the Raiders at home in Allegiant Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington Commanders. The Raiders trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Josh Allen has a touchdown pass. Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Rolling to his right. He finds his man complete. It's 4. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Well, not good at all. Punt him just 24 yards there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Now Peterson running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. They'll run on 1st down. Simmons. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On the give, it's Gurindo. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing here, Purdy. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Purdy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Purdy going to get it to Pearsall on the RPO. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. Handoff here, Gurindo. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Back to throw, Purdy. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshow. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now, potentially, a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. They'll drop to throw. Screen play set up for Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Now it's Garindo. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Purdy looking to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
They run it again with Williams. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
This 2nd and 4.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They caught a break with that missed field goal. Instead of being tied, they now sit in the 4th quarter driver's seat, still up 3.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 4.
Now a give right side. It's Simmons. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back to throw. Purdy. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. In motion, the tight end.
Purdy going to give it to Garindo.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. Simmons. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
They'll run with Garindo.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Shotgun now with Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. And his kick here is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Williams. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
A give to Peterson out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hayes. And they snap him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Getting this into the hands of Turner. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
2nd down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
Here comes 2nd down.
They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Holding, offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
They'll look to throw.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Simmons. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to